just wanted to give you my sense from, he mentioned something about generational gaps. And it's really key. First of all, it's great to see so many people, young people, out invested in themselves to hear and share. He mentioned that it's you when you're giving of yourself, it's free. God gave each one of us ears and mouths so we can talk and share with one another. That's what we're here for. That's how we help one another. That's the basic foundation to us being in existence. And some of the things that he talked about, tattoos, I just was typing notes. But when I was in high school and getting into college, we look right now, you look at the NBA or the Final Four, I mean, March Madness, and all the basketball players, tattoos all over themselves. When I was in high school, there was one basketball player like that. Who was it, you know? Dennis Rodman. And everybody was like, man, that cat crazy. But now the media has changed it so much that's everybody is that way now. Yeah. We talked about the cops. When I was young, police, we didn't have that connotation. It started switching around 1990, honestly, around 88, 89, this group called NWA came out with the song Forget the Police, right? And it changed the whole, hip-hop wasn't thinking about the police. I mean, we got problems with them, but then that embedded it so much in this culture that now they over there, we over here. It wasn't always like that.
Yeah, cares one black cop.
Exactly. It brought that back by how our neighborhoods were being policed. When instead of them helping us and policing in a good way, they were really treating us almost like we prisoners in our own community. So it created this sense that they're the enemies. And then the main thing talking about you're more than your appearance is really two different things. One is your image, and the other is your character. People gonna always see you and judge you by your image. But it's up to you to judge yourself by your character. You can dress however you want. I've been in situations where, as brother said, when you dress differently, this is my uniform. As he said, he dressed more. This is how I dress every day. Been this way since I came out of college the first time. And it's because the professional men is social work. And most people think you can just, anybody can be a social worker. I can work with kids. Anybody can think that. So they said this is a profession. So dress like you're a professional. You wouldn't go to a doctor wearing jeans and a t-shirt or a dentist. So I don't want you thinking of me, my profession. I feel that way about the work I do in my community. So everybody has a uniform. The guy who sell drugs across the street from my office. I sit all day right out my window. He there every day wearing his jeans and his hoodie. That's his uniform. That's my uniform. We all soldiers fighting our own different battles. So you dress and you just feel comfortable in who you are. Don't let this society, this media tell you that you should dress this way, that this is this or this is that. You have to feel comfortable in what you're wearing. And then understanding that role about hip-hop music. Hip-hop was created as a form of music. We didn't have anything. I mean, my generation, I'm a baby of hip-hop. I remember going to Skyline Middle School. Well, Warner started in Warner, but when we really got to Skyline Middle School, that was hip-hop. We had our own music. Before then, if my mom was listening to Stevie Wonder, we was listening to Stevie Wonder. My mom was listening to the Jackson 5, that's what we listened to. And all of a sudden, we had our own voice. So hip-hop it's a baby to me. He said Chief somebody or whatever. I don't even know that person because that's not hip-hop to me. Half the stuff you guys know, to me, that music is way over there because it's diverting from the purpose of hip-hop. Hip-hop was created as a form of music to bring us away from the drugs and the violence. They would have a place like this in this Bronx, New York, a place called the Bronx River Community Center, African Bada, and all these cool herc. They would bring people in off the streets and just talk about their talents. What can you do? They had broken turntables. They didn't have instruments, so they started making beats and talking, and then the DJ with James Brown records. Dun, 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 dun. They kept playing that break over and over. Yo, and then breaking the beat. Then it's called I'm dancing over that break. Created break dancing. And then somebody grabbed the mic. Yo, that's my boy just came in. Yo, my boy always looking good. Then it started to return a whole culture. This is a billion dollar industry all over the world, and we created it, but we don't control it. We don't control it. We were saying good, positive message. Now, all of a sudden, if you want to be a hot rapper, you got to talk about this. You got to talk about that. It's crazy. They took our heart from our music. This music was empowerment, truly giving us something, and we don't control it. So about us really being in control, the one thing you do control every single day is your character. They can judge you by your image every day. And I wish I had known this was the topic. I have a poem, and it was about someone seeing me. And when I first started in this field working with schools, I went to a school to see a kid at William Penn High School. And the lady was basically looking at me, the receptionist was looking at me like, who are you? You know what I mean? And just this her perception of who I was. You know, my dress was just starting and I mean, they might have been wild or whatever. I don't know what her perception was, but it was other than what it should have been for me to be there for that reason, to assist the student. So it gave me that sense of how people see you. And the next time I come, I promise I'll bring that poem to share that experience of having someone judge you by your outside and how I responded to her. You know, I didn't say it, but every time, every interaction gives you fuel for something. And as an artist, I write. That's what I do every night. I write. That's how I get it out. When something I don't like, anything happens to me, I love it, I hate it, I write about it. So I took that experience she gave me and created a beautiful poem from it. So I encourage all of you guys to just focus on your character, because that's most important. Character is going to, if that door closed because of the way you dress, it's going to open because of your character. Your character can get you in any door. So that was what I got from what you guys were saying. And again, I promise I'll be back, and I'll make sure I'll bring my brother. Maybe we do some writing workshops with you guys and get you guys just thinking about your inner talents and never letting go of your goals and our dreams, because that's what we're about trying to motivate kids just to hold on to what's inside of them, because this society every day will try to steal it. You know, every day, you know, go this way, go that way. Just stay on your path. Stay on your path. So.